Welcome, man. Christopher Mansfield,
Hello.
also known as Fences. Welcome to the Hell Fucking Yeah podcast, man.
Hell fucking yeah.
Hell Fucking Yeah. This is like the first official, unofficial fucking stab right here.
Hell fucking yeah! It's the Hell fucking yeah podcast.
I can't believe it's been a year since our first episode. A year ago, actually, to this day, was the first episode with Christopher and I. And I couldn't think of a better way to celebrate the year with the guy who made all this fucking happen. Congratulations on your wedding. And I love you, man. So without further ado, I present to you our conversation. It's just a regular conversation. A year later, though. So, yeah, enjoy. There we go.
Hello.
What's up, man?
How you doing?
I'm doing great, man. How about you?
Good. I feel good. I was up late, but that's fine. I don't like to stay up past like midnight anymore, but I stayed up till like 5.
Yeah? 5 a.m.?
Yeah.
Well, you just got up a little while ago?
Yeah. I just I kept it pretty mellow, but then like Snake, the bass player, another producer on some of my records, he has like a studio, and he was like, "Oh, you gotta come by." So just went over there, and who fucking knows? Just I was playing, like, he got like a baritone guitar, and I was like playing that, and then some like this Turkish girl was on like ketamine, and she was playing a djembe. It was just like whatever.
Just another day. Yesterday was a big day for you, though, man.
Yeah, it was. Real fucking gnarly, man. That was wild. I loved it.
Why don't you can you tell me about it a little bit?
Yeah, so I got married, which is crazy to get married. It was it was a real simple thing. It was just Maxine and I, and then her mother, her little sister, and her older sister. And they're all beautiful, like her mom's like some like super human woman that just like cranks out these like model-esque little beings,
Right.
I think her older sister won like Miss Philippines or some shit. Like she won some sort of like fancy award, but I don't really know her very well. And her little sister's like 12, and I think she thinks I'm either really cool or really scary. I can't tell. You know what I mean? Maybe both. So that was strange. And we just had to hold hands and stare at each other and say all the stuff, and they were just taking pictures, and Maxine was super nervous. So was I, but I felt like a weird, like, I felt like I knew I had to drive the ship on that one, you know what I mean? Because I thought I was going to be the one to sort of fall apart, but she sort of seemed to fall more apart. So I was like, I kept like squeezing her hands. I was like, this is okay. I think because she thinks things are very funny sometimes. So we went to like a church, but it was like a Chinese church. So the vows were kind of in like broken English.
Oh, wow.
So one of the things that the woman said, she was like, will you promise to take him on many adventure? And Maxine just thought that was like the funniest thing, and I was just squeezing her hand. I was like, I know that's funny. Like, you don't have to take me on adventures,
Adventure.
Mini adventure. No, it was cute, and the people that did it were very sweet, and it cost fucking $200.
Oh, dude.
I was like, that's a lot better than initially. I was like, cool, it's gonna be about 20 grand.
Yeah.
Yeah,
man.
Just I don't know. Who's got time for that shit?
Yeah, no, it's insane, man. I'll tell you about my wedding in a little bit, but when I have a question, when her parents first met you, what was their reaction? Yeah. I mean, you're one of the coolest people, nicest people I know, but first looks maybe could be, this is a little deceiving. So what would you say the reaction was?
Her dad was actually really sweet, and this is definitely verbatim what he said, because I'll never forget it, because he walked up to me and he's like, wow, you're really tall. He goes, and yeah, you look exactly like her type.
Yeah. Okay.
I think
That's
that's
fair.
I was like towering over him with like a giant cowboy hat and shit. He's like, yeah, you look like, whatever that his daughter would be like, whatever, like in movies she was watching or something. And like,
Sure.
So he pretty much just said that, which is funny. And her mom, I don't know. I mean, she's just a hugger. I think she just hugged me and whatever. She didn't really say a lot, just nice to meet you. But yeah, her father was impressed by my height and I don't know, I guess like aesthetics or something.
Yeah.
I remember.
I'm just interested because, obviously in this day and age, people judge people just by looking at them,
Yeah.
And
I feel like they didn't even notice my tattoos, or if they did, they didn't say anything,
Right. Well, yeah, they're not really easily noticeable.
No.
No, but I think your style too kind of balances it out and outweighs it. Like you got the cowboy hat, and a nice shirt on. If you were to dress like, one button at the top, backwards hat, probably get different looks. Unfortunately, that's the way it goes. It doesn't mean that person's a bad person, but I think your style outweighs, and your personality definitely outweighs,
Yeah. Well, thanks, man. But that is the funny thing, is I feel like in some weird twist of fate that the way that I dress outweighs all my face tattoos. Like,
yeah,
I remember I was at a corner store in LA, and there was a bunch of dudes in there like heavily face tattooed, and I'm not going to assume that they were in some sort of gang, but let's assume maybe they were, right? And they were like Hispanic dudes, and I was like, oh no, because they go like, what the fuck? When I walked in, I was like, shit, like they're gonna fucking kill me or something, you know what I mean? Face tattoos, and they're just like, you look like the Lone Ranger, Holmes. I was like, oh, you don't even see this. You just see my get up. I was like, thank God. I was like, yeah, I know.
Right.
Yeah.
No, and I think it's a person's vibe too. Not necessarily what they're wearing, but like what they're giving off. You don't give off any kind of like intimidating or scary vibe or anything like that. So just curious.
No, I've tried. I've really tried. It doesn't work. I remember I was flying to
I'm not saying you can't. I'm not saying you can't fuck someone up if you needed to.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, maybe. I'm pretty quick. I'm like a little monkey or something. But I remember I was at the airport, I was like right before the lockdown or whatever. Like, God, that was a year and a half ago. Fuck.
Yeah.
But this like really old lady, like 90, was like, your face tattoos are so beautiful. And I was like, shit, like this ain't working. I got old women saying they're pretty now. So it is, it's just being scary is over. Didn't work. I tried.
It's funny too. It's become more common. I see it more and more. Like obviously musicians, but just like I'm going to the mall and I see people with face tattoos and young kids too, maybe 20 years old and something. I think it's rad, but I think it's if you don't have a talent or something, you might have some trouble. Unfortunately, you're just judged,
Yeah, you can't really. It's weird. You still really, I mean, even in this time, you really can't work anywhere. It's funny. You think like, oh, it's more common, but I mean, I don't know. I could be like a chef that no one can see, or like a barber, or like work at a tattoo shop, or like you just have to be like hidden, which is like kind of fucked up, where they're like, no, you can work here, but just no one can look at you, like you're like the elephant man or something. It's kind of
barber is perfect because that's actually what I am. And yeah, man, you don't fill out an application, they don't look at your background, they can give a fuck, they can care less if you just killed somebody, as long as you can cut hair. That's all that matters.
Yeah, as long as you can cut it. I actually have a friend named Justin. He lives in Idaho, and he's a hairdresser, but he only cuts like women's hair. But he's about 250 pounds, face is fully tattooed. He is the scariest person of all time, and he's just doing women's haircuts, and it's so weird to me. But you know, like old women too, like just like but he does these like kind of tripped out, you know, like weird haircuts, like it's like shaved on a side and then it's like purple and there's lines. He's like, what he calls himself, like a hair artist or something.
I was just gonna say he's an artist.
Yeah, exactly. But it's just funny because the dude looks super menacing, but it's kind of, you know, that's the best. I mean, that seems like the only, not maybe the only, but one of the few things that he could do. You know what I mean? Besides just being like a henchman or like a paid, he could be like a bodyguard, I guess.
Digging graves or something, you know?
Yeah, grave digger or haircut digger.
So I didn't really I said it to you, you know, through text, but I really want to say congratulations, man. And
Thanks,
I wish you guys both the best, and you guys make an awesome couple, and she's a really good girl, and you're a great guy, and I'm so glad to see you guys together.
Thanks, man. I love it. It was funny driving away. We were like, whoa, we're married.
Yeah.
And then this morning I was like, hello, wife. It's just so weird.
Yeah,
I mean,
I know.
It's just verbiage, but it just it feels good, man. And like the way I look at her even, and I'm like, man, like that's the last vagina that I'm gonna see. And it makes it almost more like not to be crass, but it makes it more valuable. It's become this like prized thing. Not that I assumed, you know, I'd see an array of vaginas if we didn't get married, but you know what I mean? You sort of, you commit. You're just like, this is man. This is it. It's done, and it's beautiful.
It's the biggest step, you know. It's the last step, really. I mean, obviously you can have kids or whatever, but it's the last step as far as a relationship status goes, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, I like it, man. I just it's weird. I feel like a sense of relief or something. I don't know if that makes sense, but I just sort of felt, not like if I didn't marry her, she was going to go, but it was just sort of, I just feel better. You know what I mean? I sort of felt nervous before, like shit. And that's what I tried to tell people. They're like, well, you only been together like, you know, 6 or 7 months. But I'm like, yeah, but like, I mean, I wanted to marry her like the first day I met her, you know what I mean? Like actually did, you know, I like probably would have. So I'm like, you should consider yourselves lucky, because I would have done something way crazier. Like, how long you know her? I'm like, oh, 35 seconds, you know?
Yeah.
But
I just met her.
So it felt like we had to wait forever, which is funny, but it's only been this long. And actually one of your more recent guests, Matt Paxton, sent her a DM.
No way.
She read it and she went running up and down the sidewalk. She was like, fucking Matt Paxton. She went jogging back and forth. And he sent me something. He said that it was he's such a cool guy, by the way, obviously.
Oh man,
that was your best podcast ever.
He was fantastic.
With all due respect to everybody, and myself included, that was definitely the best one.
Yeah.
But he said to me, he was like, man, that's the most pure moment in the world. He's like, for 60 seconds, it's just you and her, and like, and I really, that's how it kind of was, right? And I'm sure you can feel that. It was like you guys are like locked in. Time stops, you know.
Absolutely. So, that's exactly what I was going to say. Actually, I know a lot of people that have been in a relationship or have been engaged for like 8 years. So why are you waiting? There's a reason that you're waiting, right? I think it's a lot crazier to wait than to do it when you feel it's right. Like I met her. I mean, we met like a year before we actually started dating. But then like I re-met her, and 8 months later I proposed to her. So pretty much same deal. Yeah. 8 months.
It's fucking crazy as me.
Yeah. But I just fucking knew. When you know, man. The proposal was fucking crazy.
Before that even, huh? You knew before the 8 months, I bet you, right?
Oh, absolutely, man. I mean, I had probably had the ring. I probably bought the ring like 2 months before that. So 6 months, you know, I mean, who knows? I knew it. I knew it within a month, probably. Like something's going to happen. You know what I mean? That's
really beautiful, man. I love to hear that shit. It reminds me of the show The Office, like Jim and Pam.
Yeah.
when they're like, oh, do you have a ring? And he's like, he pulls the ring out and he's like, I got it the day after a week after we started dating. He bought it and just held on to it. And I'm like, fuck yeah, dude. That was right. That's the move, probably. And then also on the episode, Niagara when they actually get married.
Right.
Like Michael sort of like hijacks it, or I think Pam's family does when they play that weird Chris Brown Wrigley's Gum song and they do the dance. And then they go
vaguely remember,
then they go to the boat and they get married on the boat, like more properly. And he said he was like, the church was like option 1, the boat was option 2, and he said the third option was marrying her pretty much the first day I met her. And I was like, damn, beautiful, you know. And I like that a lot.
Yeah. And like I said, I agree with that. I think that it's not crazy if you have those feelings, or you know, I had, plenty of long-term relationships. I had plenty of, times where I was just having fun, whatever I wanted to do. But there was never a time where I was like, you know what, I need to have this person in my life until I met her,
Yeah. It's funny how that goes. Yeah. I think I was with a girl for 11 years once.
Yeah.
11 years. And then Maxine's ex-boyfriend was her only boyfriend. They were together for 6 years, like her whole life. And she was like, I never even thought about getting married. And I'm like, well, neither did I for 11 years. And then all of a sudden it's weird. You meet somebody and you're like, let's get married. Like, it's like, what's the difference, Right. And I think it's just, I don't know, you can just, it's almost as if we all become a bit psychic or something. You can like, you get a premonition, you can like see the future. You're like, yes, this is going to be okay.
Exactly.
And I'm sure that's fucked a lot of people, obviously, but I mean, I don't know. I don't want to end up like, I mean, we've been joking around about Dennis Hopper, like in his real wild years, like when he was doing American Dreamer and looking fucking awesome, but he was doing like a gram of blow a day and like drinking like, I think like 30 beers and like a pint of whiskey.
Blue Velvet, man. Blue Velvet was like the peak performance for that.
That was so crazy. But that was actually his like return, like, because he got like ostracized from like fucking Hollywood, and then he came back. I think Lynch is the one who brought him back. He probably just a fan of him or something. But this is around the time right after he did Easy Rider and shit.
Right.
But either way, he married some, I forget her name, actually looked a lot like Maxine, but they were married for 7 days and then got divorced. So,
yeah, there's that too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like people who shouldn't get married and they do, and then you're like, I told you so. But yeah, man.
When I was like 18, I was probably 20. I almost married a lesbian woman, like as like a dare. I'm glad I didn't,
Yeah, good idea.
Yeah.
When I proposed, actually, I was nervous. I was so fucking nervous. So you lived out here on the island for a little while. Did you ever go out to like all the way out east to Montauk, like the end?
Yeah, of course. Beautiful.
Yeah. So from here, I don't know, it's probably with traffic, probably about 2 hours. It should only take like an hour, but there's always traffic. So I had the ring in my pocket. I was going to propose on the beach at Montauk because we always liked Montauk. And we said, if we ever got married, we get married on the beach. So I said, let me propose on the beach. And dude, like I drove and I was just silent the whole time. Like just silent. I had the ring in my pocket. She had no fucking idea, like not a clue whatsoever. And I made it this big deal.
Playing with it and stuff, just like touching it.
Yeah, probably. I was kind of numb though. I was just like, she's like, what's wrong with you? I'm like, nothing,
Oh, so scary.
And then, so we're walking on the beach, the fucking wind's blowing. It's like sand blowing in her face. And I'm like, this is crazy. So I actually was like, I want to propose a question to you. I guess Freudian slipped, I already, you know what I'm saying? And she's like, she knew what I was doing at that point. And so I got on my knees and whatever. And she said, yes, of course. And I got really sick afterwards. Like all the built up anxiety and nerves, like shut my body down completely. We went to go celebrate.
Whoa.
And I was like, I need to go home. I like need to go to bed. And like, she was, buying a bottle of champagne, celebrating with her friends. And I was sleeping on the fucking couch. It like totally wiped my body out.
Yeah. That makes sense. Yesterday when like we were getting ready to go and I put on my little get up and she came out in her dress, I looked at her and I literally like almost like I was like kind of puked. I was like, ooh. And she's like, you look at me and puke. I was like, it's not like that. Like,
Yeah.
my body's just fucking tripping out. Like I was like,
Right.
like gagging the whole day. My body, like, yeah, like you said, my body was just like, what the fuck? My stomach was all fucked up.
Yeah. I was all fucked up.
Yeah, that's what it does. I don't know why that happens with the body. The body just fucking starts to reject you, dude. And it's almost like, it reminds me of before playing like a big show. It was that same stomach thing where you're like, I feel like I have to piss. I have diarrhea. I'm gonna puke. I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna start laughing. You feel all that like at the same time, but like nothing's really happening. You're like, why is my body just vibrating? It's like it's mental, but I'm glad it's over. But it was funny with her because I don't think that she knew how to like articulate her nerves. She kept being like, she's like, I keep feeling like I have to pee, but I don't, and my stomach kind of hurts, but it doesn't. And I was like, I think you're nervous. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. And it's so funny, man. It's like you both want to do it, but you're nervous about it. It was the same thing with the actual wedding, Yeah. Like there was a lot of people there, and I guess that made it even more nerve-wracking. But yeah, man, it's really crazy. And then when it's all said and done, it's like, all right, what are we doing for dinner tomorrow?
Yeah, it's weird. It's weird how you quickly just have to like settle into this normality that you had before.
Right.
Goes like, it's almost like kind of like, it reminds me of like Christmas or something. It's like, build up. You open your shit and you're like, oh my God, cool. And you set it away. And then everyone's like, okay.
Yeah.
And then it's like
100%. Yeah,
weird.
Exactly.
It's funny. I do wonder though, like, if there'll be any changes, but it seems like completely normal. I mean, nothing. I haven't grown wings or angel wings or anything like that. It's all pretty much the same, and everyone's treating me the same. I was happy though when I put it on Instagram. Got a lot of love. I mean, shit. A lot of people were pretty happy. I was like, damn, like people fucking love marriage. Like it's for some reason.
Yeah.
It seems like they do. Like people like kind of like.
It's like a new puppy.
Yeah, it is exactly.
No one's gonna hate it.
Some like sort of like celeb type of people, like kind of like celebrities that like I think like don't like me and don't really talk to me. They were like, fuck yeah, like all the love in the world. I'm like, oh, that one got to you. Like everybody, like they can't help it. I mean, the dude who did my the Lesser Oceans album cover, I haven't talked to him like since then.
Right.
And he was like, fuck yeah. I was like, dude, I've texted you so many times. I was like, this is like
that's what you had to do. You had to get married.
I got to get married to get fucking anybody to fucking pay attention to me. It's like what's next? I mean, I think, maybe a child. Actively trying to have a baby right now, which is insane. Wow. Yeah, it's good. Got some sort of a thing that she has to pee on that tells her when she's most fertile.
Yeah.
And then that day, I just go to town. Obviously, you know what I mean.
Right.
I mean, I do every day anyways. So I'm like, you don't even really need that. But like,
it's funny you brought that up. I was at CVS the other day, and I was waiting in line, and I was right next to me was like the pregnancy tests. Mm-hmm. And it's funny, the ones that are like 25 packs has like a smiling baby on the cover, right. And then the one that has one test is like has nothing, like,
oh man,
because usually when someone's going to get a pregnancy test, it's not good, when they're getting one. When they're getting the big pack and they're trying,
that's tripped out. That is like really not manipulative, but just like very self-aware marketing.
It really is.
That's crazy. Yeah, because some girl who's like, fuck, I don't know if I can handle a baby. Like, who was that dude? Or that dude's like, I don't know. I'm fucking young. They go get one. It'd be funny if there's a frowning baby on the
yeah. It's like one step away from that. It's just like a plain box that says pregnancy test. And then the one that has the 25 pack, literally, when you pee on it, it has a smiley face if you're pregnant.
That's so funny, dude.
Yeah.
That's funny. But I mean, it speaks to your point about like we were just talking earlier about like, you know, why wait and all that. And it's kind of like, that's what we want. That's why we want to do this whole thing. And that's why we wanted to have a kid, because she said, you know, so eloquently, she's like, well, if we wait like, you know, 4 years or whatever people say, she's like, that's just 4, you know, because I'm 38. She's like, that's 4 less years. She's like, if we know we want to have a kid, like, why? I mean, that's just literally me, just like, not to be like macabre, but that's me just shaving off years of my life and more time I could spend with the kid. It's like, oh yeah, do I want to fucking, you know, when my kid's like 16, do I want to be fucking like 60? You know, or do I want to be younger? You know, I want to be like, you know, in my late 40s, or that wouldn't mathematically work. I would be 20, 30, 48. Yeah, I'd have to be like, you know, 54. Yeah. But like, think about that now. If I had a kid right now, when he's 16, I'm 54. That doesn't sound, I mean, that's, I'm not a young man. I mean, Jesus. Right. So it's like, what the fuck are you waiting for? And I don't think that one day you're going to be like, you know, oh, like, in 2 years, oh, we shouldn't have had a kid, or you wait 2 years and go, oh, now we can have a kid. It just doesn't make sense to me. And I think people talk a lot about, you know, money and stuff like that, but I mean, I know babies pretty well. God, that's the weirdest thing I've ever said. I know babies pretty well. I'm friends with a bunch of babies.
That's the highlighted video.
Yeah. Yeah, me and a bunch of babies just going getting tattoos, smoking cigarettes. But like, people are always like, they cost so much money, but they fucking don't, dude. They want like a boob and just to be held all the time.
Yeah, they cost so much money if you do everything that they say you have to do.
Well, you get them a bunch of fucking weird toys and shit. Like, they don't even want that.
Yeah,
that's just crazy. So I'm not tripped out about any of that, man. I guess I'm just not scared of any of it. Like, marriage, babies, blah blah blah. To me, it feels better. You know what feels like shit is just being alone and not being married and not fucking procreating. That feels like that's like against nature or God to me. No disrespect to people who choose not to have kids, because like, thank you, because we have overpopulation issues. So it's like, I commend you for you not having children. You know what I mean? But like, I just think it's like, I don't know. It feels scarier to not just engage with you know, just with the Lord and nature. It just feels way more natural to me. Nature feels more natural, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm very happy that you wore the Harry Potter socks yesterday. I'm honored that I was a very small part of it, but still a part of it.
No, it was so funny, dude, because you never know. Like, you look at that, like the Wranglers and those fucking, you know, $300 cowboy boots. Like, it's like underneath those are fucking Harry Potter socks, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't even know. I sent that to you for some reason. I don't even remember. It was a joke, I think. I was like, I'm going to send you a sock or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't even think that we've ever had like a Harry Potter thing together or anything like that. I think that you were just like,
oh, I remember.
I'm going to send you something really random that will make no sense. I think someone like got them for you or something.
Yeah. No, I remember.
Yeah.
I was sending you that microphone for the podcast.
Right.
And I was like, it's kind of a piece of shit. And you're like, I don't care if people send me a sock. So in my head, I was like, oh, I'm definitely sending him a fucking sock. And I was like,
glad he sent me too.
These are brand new. I never wore them. I don't know where I got them. And yeah, they're yours now.
They're nice, man. They're actually
they are
soft.
Yeah, they're soft, right?
Yeah, they feel good.
I only got a few minutes left. Unfortunately, I got to be somewhere. But I wanted to ask real quick about your Kerouac tour.
Oh, that was crazy, man.
Yeah.
It was cool because we had Jim Sampas. It's Kerouac's nephew. There's interviews with Ginsberg talking about Jack going to like the I think it's not the firing line with William Buckley, and fucking Ginsberg's like, he's like, yeah, and Jack rolled up with somebody, I forget Jim's father's name, something Sampas, but yeah, Jim's dad was like hunting with Jack Kerouac and shit.
Wow.
So it's crazy. So we were just in this van with him and going up. It wasn't a van. It was more like a little, you know,
like Winnebago.
Well, it was like a weird, like Instagram hipster, like Airbnb, like in Joshua Tree, like on wheels, you know, like had like wood paneling and all this stuff. But we just rolled up the coast and stopped at all these spots. And I had to talk to all these like Kerouac scholars, went to like the Beat Museum and just like places that were like important to Jack Kerouac. And then we'd get to hotels and like set up a full studio in the hotels. And we set up some of the studio like in the vehicle and recorded the whole record, and it's done. It was nuts. But you know, Jim is a very intense, like go-getter type of guy. I got a text actually from Drew, who worked on the project with me and did most of my records, my recent records, that Jim was like, I got another big project and I want you guys to do it. And so I'm like, shit, all right. You know, it's like, but it's really fucking cool, man. And I know in October, I have to fly to Lowell, which is, you know, what Jack obviously is from around there. We're playing some cool theater and playing those songs and stuff, and they're flying us out to do that. And yeah, it's just really cool, man.
So are we gonna get like a video documentary or a record? What are we getting? Yeah,
we filmed the whole thing, and it documentary is being currently edited because, believe it or not, I'm not joking, 14 hours of footage into about an hour and a half is fucking daunting, to say the least.
I could imagine, man. Yeah.
So yeah, that's what we're gonna do. And there's talks with like Netflix and Amazon and all that stuff. So
that'd be sick.
Yeah, it'll be cool. We just have to make sure that it's good enough. And I actually have to figure that out because I need to I'm such a fucking control freak. I'm gonna have to probably sit there with some weirdo for like a month, which I'm happy to do. I'm happy to do it. So we got to just find the right dude to edit it. And I'm going to have to just sit right next to him and bug the shit out of him for a whole month. And then we'll get it done. And
that sounds fun.
The other thing, well, I think I just posted it today, but we're doing the Billy Strings record release in Colorado on the 25th.
Nice.
Which is cool. There's gonna be a lot of people. I haven't played
September?
a show in like, nice. Like this month. I haven't played a show in about 2 years, and I got to go out there, just Maxine and I, and play for like probably, I think it's like between 6,000 to 8,000 people, and it's sold out. I'm like,
wow,
I'm already nervous.
Yeah, man.
It's like getting married all over again.
Yeah. When are you coming to the East Coast, man?
Man, it honestly depends on all the COVID stuff. All the COVID stuff is so
I know.
Odd. It's so fucking crazy because I mean, I know like the Colorado thing's cool, but all my friends are like canceling tours that are just going up from here to Seattle. All like Portland shows are canceled, Seattle show. It's like,
yeah,
I don't even know. And I heard it's like, so you had the Delta variant, and then whatever that fucking nerd's name is with the glasses who is always spooking everybody. I forget his name. Dr. something. Fauci.
Fauci.
He said there's a new one coming called like Woo, like
MU.
Yeah. So, and I told somebody this, and I'm not saying I don't believe in it because Maxine's dad is like actually like on like a breather right now. So
oh shit.
I know it's fucking insane.
Yeah.
I just think I'm immune to it for some weird reason until I'm probably going to die in like 30 minutes. But
I feel the same way. I know it's there, but I feel like I'm like kind of nuts. Like I can lick a toilet seat and not get it. Not that I lick toilet seats, but that's definitely getting cut out.
That's probably why, dude. But that's the fucked up part is I fucking told my friend this. I was like, dude, as soon as we all get vaccinated for this one, there'll be a new one. And the Delta one, now there's going to be a new one. There's always going to be a new one. It's just, I'm not going to say they're going to keep making new ones. I'm not going to go so far to say that.
Right.
But I was just telling my friend, she's a psychiatrist, and that's why she's my friend, is because she's my psychiatrist. But I was like talking to my friend, my psychiatrist. No, but I was like, we're never going to have absolute freedom again.
I know.
They're going to keep having new ones, and we're probably, there's always going to be masks now. I think probably till the end of at least my life. I would be fucking shocked, and there's always going to be restrictions on things, and they're going to like just be like, all right, like, you know, just Texas is shut down for 2 months, you know, and it's just, that's just the way it's going to fucking go.
I unfortunately agree. I think that it's going to be a lot of, you know, it's never going to stop. We're going to have to wear masks in certain places, and traveling is going to be a pain in the ass. And there's never going to be a day where we're going to be like, oh, okay, we don't need our vaccine card, our mask. We don't need it. We can just go and do what we want to do. I don't think it's ever going to happen in our lifetime.
Yeah.
That really sucks. That really sucks.
It's over. It is a bummer, man. And honestly, I don't really care too much about throwing a mask on. That's why a lot of people ask about my face tattoos. So it's like kind of good for me to hide, because if I have my hair and my hat, you can't really see that many of them. So I love that. I like to wear a mask, you know, but I just am in the worst possible job for this disease or whatever it is, because I mean, they could cancel the Billy thing. They could cancel the Kerouac thing. Like whatever, you know, governor of that state decides to go, no, it's over. You're like, cool. Well, I just lost, you know, $5,000, and they don't give two flying fucks. And that's what's scary, is that I know that my livelihood could be taken away from me at any given moment. And that's just what is stressful. But that's also why I sort of have this new, you know, carefree, like free bird, nihilistic fucking viewpoint, is that I know nothing really matters anymore. Like, America's dead, art is dead. I just sort of, I'm cruising in the back lanes, just trying to be in love and write music that's not fucking shit. And that's about all I can do, you know, because I know nobody's promising me anything.
No, I know, man. You know, when they were giving away that money, like, they proved that money isn't real.
Yeah, I know.
They can just put like digits in your bank account. It's not, where's that coming from? That's not coming from somebody's pocket. It doesn't exist. It doesn't exist. I mean, we need it, obviously, to survive, but
I know that was weird. It's like, oh, did you guys have that like pooled away for an emergency? Is that an emergency fund, like a coffee can somewhere?
Yeah.
You just went on the computer.
Even to this day, people who are getting like unemployment are getting an extra $300. Where's that coming from? Where's that coming from?
It's not even real shit. But you know, I don't care what it is, as long as I can swipe plastic and like buy some fucking Fritos, like I'll take it. You know what I mean? But
exactly.
I never took it. I actually didn't take it because I was paranoid. I was like, I don't want your dirty money. I make my money.
That's it. Well, if we ever do see the light of day where we can kind of like tour the world or you know, go see what we want to see without restrictions, you and I have to, and we have to document it. We have to go to like all these Dominos all over the world. And try. The few places I've been outside of the country have Dominos. Like Dominos is more prominent than like McDonald's. And they have crazy fucking pizzas, dude. Like crazy.
I saw one with like I think we might have talked about that, but like the fish and chips one, maybe. That one sounds pretty good. I mean, I have Domino's in my fridge right now. They've taken me over.
I did. It was all me, man. I did all that.
I think it was you.
It was me.
Here's the funny thing. I know you got to go, but Domino's. So they sent me icing instead of ranch one time. So then they owed me a free pizza. But when I got the free pizza, that got me for some reason a point for another free pizza.
If you get six, you get a free one.
But I swear to God, dude, I only got like one. It was one fuck up or something, and I think it was like a fuck up gives you like more points or something. So then they sent me a free pizza, and they were like, on the thing, it was like, this pizza comes with a free gift. The free gift was another pizza, dude, a whole other pizza. So then my points accrued even more. So I have a free pizza in the fridge. I think I just ran out, but I swear to God, I was eating Domino's for like 3 months for free. It's
Yeah.
crazy. Dude,
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know if they're putting drugs in it or something. And also the creepy part is that I kind of don't even really want it, but like it's become just a joke with Maxine and I. And when I order it, they ring my buzzer within like 2 minutes. Like they're just waiting outside with it.
Dude, they're fucking watching you, man. They're
Something's
watching
up
you.
with that place, dude. They're
like he's losing interest. Let's throw him a free pizza. Go wait outside of his house.
Yeah.
Your fucking little notification goes off. You order it. Boom.
Yeah. Dude,
got
you
it
want
all
to know
figured out.
the craziest thing? Yesterday, Domino's, I'm not fucking kidding you. I'll screen grab it and I'll text it to you. Domino's sent me a fucking email that said, "Congratulations, Christopher." That's all it said. Like they knew I got fucking married. And I was like, no fucking way. But then I click it and they're like, "You got free cheesy bread." I'm like, you guys know I got married.
Yeah. Oh, they absolutely
Don't fucking
know.
lie to me, dude.
They absolutely know. Yeah.
Insane.
Oh man. Yeah, unfortunately I got to get going. One quick thing.
Mhm.
When the fuck is that music video coming out?
Dude, they just fucking push everything back because of certain stuff. It's like everything's become so scheduled. It was like to announce the Billy thing, they're like today at 2 p.m. Everything is just like click, 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 click. They have this whole fucking thing. And now they're like, shit, because we can't, stomp on the Billy thing. I got a buddy who wanted me to sing on one of his tracks. And I'm like, my management, they're like, you can't do, like, I just can't fucking do anything, put anything out until that has a little bit of breathing room. Because imagine, I'm like, oh, boom, here's this video. It just like, it's almost like when you are going to play a festival, they don't want you to play another festival like near it. It's like some sort of shit like that.
Right.
So that's sort of how it is. So it's probably going to be like this fun thing where this Raps Kerouac thing that won't be come out for like 7 months, but probably in that sort of weird ambiguous space, we're going to be like, when there's a little bit of breathing room, we're like, oh shit, we got this like crazy video for, something from the EP. And that's probably when we'll drop it. But to do it now, it would take away from the current,
cool.
Whatever.
I think my only concern was that it was forgotten about. Like,
no,
like, am I on that list? Is it on that list? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
All right, cool.
It 100% is, man. I have it. I actually have it on loop. It plays on my TV on loop.
I'm excited, man.
No, me too. It's fucking crazy. It reminds me actually of some of Billy's videos. He's got some crazy videos where they're like whoever made this was on acid, and that's what your video looks like. I love
that's the highest compliment I could possibly get.
Yeah.
I mean, I did it totally sober, and I think
that's even scarier.
Yeah. I think that if it's a hit, like I want to keep doing shit like that. It was so much fun, man. It was so time consuming, so time consuming, but I loved it.
It took you like maybe a year, like in my mind. I'm like, that must have taken like a year.
It took like 3 months. It took like 3 months. But I'm talking like working on it, like not like, oh, I'll get to it in a few days, like working on it like almost every day, because it was it's very manual, but I like that. I find you can create stuff before you take it into editing, if you know what I mean. Like find something cool before you get into all the bells and whistles.
Yeah, that's kind of a good, that's like, Bill O'Reilly, like, fuck it, we'll do it live. It's like, if it hits the first time, that's like kind of the way to go, Same goes for music or fucking acting takes, whatever. Like whenever there's a lot of editing, just inherently it means someone fucked it up in the beginning. So if you're, if you're really in there right away, that's a good sign. But no, I think that would be cool. Like after this Billy show, and there's that little, slow period, we just fucking drop that video, bring people kind of back to the EP.
Yeah.
I'll probably drop my manager a note about that and be like, I think will be a cool little like secret weapon we can drop before the Kerouac thing.
I think people dig it too. It's kind of weird.
Yeah. I think they'll dig it a lot, dude. It's insane. Yeah, because it's a fucking, that doll looks exactly like me, man. But it's Liam Neeson, which is I always thought I looked like him anyway. I'm joking.
It's insane how much you do now after that doll. But yeah, man, it was like, and I used, you know, like combination of footage I've had and like stock footage. I didn't have time. I would have still been working on it. I think I still would have been filming, like getting shots and stuff like that in the background.
I like the space stuff. That was my favorite. The space. That was my favorite part of it.
You had to go to space, man. You had to. It's based on the way I used to when I was a little kid. We spoke about this once. The Ninja Turtles sewer.
Mm-hmm.
That's the play set. That's kind of where I got the idea from it. Like I would have my little camcorder and I would make my own little stories with different action figures in that set. And I loved doing it. And you know, look now, I'm making a fucking action figure music video.
That's good, dude. I did the same thing, but I gave up quick. I got like a army men from the dollar store, you know, the ones with like the flat bottoms.
Oh, absolutely.
I did that, and I had like an army man like jump like 3 things and then fall over, and like I had it on tape. So like I was terrible, but that was my movie right there.
That's all right, man. Listen,
it
all starts somewhere, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
I wish I could stay on longer, but I do have to go.
It's okay, man.
This was great though, and once again, congratulations, dude. I'm so fucking stoked for you guys. And tell Maxine, you know, congratulations, obviously.
I will do.
And I miss you, man. I love you.
I miss you too. I love you back, buddy.
All right, and we'll be talking.
All right, peace, bro.
All right, peace.
It's the Hell Fucking Yeah podcast.